Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, NBC News Radio, the station that leaves no listener behind, and streaming everywhere: iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker Speaker, and more. This is the home of the Asian Oprah and number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. Celebrating 13 forking years yesterday, today, and for the rest of the month. And I'm so delighted that y'all are here. This is a very special episode. First in the history of this show where I have all my favorite co-hosts on at the same time. They are meeting each other for the first time as well. And they're going to say some beautiful things about me, mostly nice, I hope. Although I did introduce the word roast to maybe I shouldn't have, but I'm so glad that you are all here and that you are going to witness this first time ever revision, compilation for the show celebrating 13 years. And I'm so grateful to all of you who did not believe those who said the show would not last more than a year, because we do not talk about headlines here, no politics, no religion, no gossip. Instead, I want to balance out all the bad news out there with some good news, good topics, good guests, and of course, great co-hosts. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves with my regular thing. I don't have an answering machine, I have a questioning machine. And when you call me, it says, "Who are you and what do you want?" So, on the count of 3, point to the co-host that you would like to have start. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to go with ladies first because she was first in studio. I did predict that the boys would be last, and I was correct. So, Dr. Tiffany, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Well, I am Dr. Tiffany Tate, and I am a United States veteran officer and board certified OBGYN retired. I am the author of many books, and I would like to make the world better one book at a time.
Fantastic. Hold on here. Let's do this correctly. Welcome, Dr. Tiffany Tate. And we'll do it in the order of entrance. James Hawthorn, who are you and what do you want?
I am James Hawthorn, and I want to make sure that my work in life is making people happy and helps illuminate the human condition. I want to help people get healthier, stronger, better, live the best version of themselves. To that end, I'm a certified personal trainer, storyteller through acting, and a host. Met Dr. Marissa at a socially conscious film festival that I started, and she was the red carpet queen and made everybody feel welcome and special. And for that, I love her dearly.
Aw, thank you. Welcome, James Hawthorn. And Dr. Tiffany is the co-host of Straight Talk. I don't know.
Doctors in the house.
Is Doctors in the House. And James Hawthorn is one of the co-hosts of Straight Talk. And last but not least is Ricky Rebel, who is the other Straight Talk co-host. And who are you, Ricky? And what do you want?
I am a Billboard Top 40 recording artist. And I was discovered by Michael Jackson, signed to Madonna's record label, toured with Britney Spears, and became a solo artist and had a couple Billboard records. And I met Dr. Marissa, through someone who was wild. But through this wild experience, we came together and fell in love. And I've been doing the show as a co-host on Straight Talk, and it's been a great experience. She's helped me to really look at life in a different way, kind of focus more on what is positive about our lives and less about what is negative about our lives. It's a very simple concept, but very hard to do. So I appreciate the show and I appreciate all of you. And I'm excited to roast you, Dr. Melissa.
I have no one to blame on that. I'm the one that brought up roast. I thought it was going to be more of a love fest, and then I said mini roast though. But welcome to the show, Ricky Rebel. And of course, we have our fabulous cashew gallery, my play on words. And Ricky always has his rebels. And Anthony A.J. Fish is here, captain of my cashew gallery, because he's first in. And he has a very special announcement as well this morning. And I think it's great that you are launching something on our celebration of my 13 years, which is why you see so many heads on camera this morning. So welcome, AJ. And let's start with taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich. That is something I introduced 3 years ago on the show. Every weekday morning, we start with top of the bun, things we're grateful for outside of ourselves, and bottom of the bun, because I like it on the bottom, and it is Friday, and I can say that. Things that we are grateful for inside of ourselves, or appreciation, doing a little weightlifting so that you know how to make yourself feel okay instead of looking for love or likes on social media, literally in all the wrong places. So we do top of the bun, and I just set it up for you, Ricky, to introduce something that you're grateful for, and we want to definitely celebrate this.
Thank you. I'm grateful for my new single being out. It's called Right Again. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. You can check it out now. Just Google Ricky Rebel or search Ricky Rebel Right Again. It's a really beautiful song. Do you guys like Sade? Do you remember Sade back in the day? It's got a very nice Sade throwback kind of. My vocals are very soft and gentle, and they're coming right from here. You know, it's really interesting.
Beautiful.
I'm not pushing the vocal at all. It's really cool. So, and it's a song about making things right again, which is kind of like what we do here, you know, when we are looking at what we're grateful for.
Yes. And I'm going to pull this up and give it the proper celebration for us. I'm sure it's somewhere else. I just figured Spotify was the easiest so people can find you. And if I hit this, here is the single, and that's the beautiful artwork that I love. And yeah, it's out. And you can get it everywhere. Let me pull this up a little more.
Awesome. And, you know, it's celebrating being a Sagittarian. The whole record. It's going to be EP. It's called Sagittarius Dream. So what are your guys' signs? I know Dr. Marissa is like a powerful Leo. She's like all Leo.
Because Leo's rule, just saying.
I love Leo. Are you a Leo too?
Absolutely.
3 fire signs. And what are you, James?
I am an Aquarius.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very intellectual, very smart people.
All right. Let's jointly congratulate Ricky for the release of his single today. Right again. All righty. I am so happy and grateful for the fact that this is my 13th year. Yesterday was the particular anniversary on May the 1st, 2012. I did my very first broadcast out of the Sunset Gower studio on UBN Radio, Universal Broadcasting Network, which has changed a bit. And then 1.5 years later, I started with KCAA NBC News Radio channel. So 13 years, 678 consecutive weeks, but who's counting? So I would like to be grateful for that and celebrate that today. And that's what we're doing with my co-host.
Yes.
And I got a heart for that from one of listeners, supporters. Thank you so much for the heart. And I do feel the love. And you guys are going to have to balance out all the roasting that's going to go on afterwards. All right. What are you grateful for, Dr. Tiffany?
Well, I have had a lot going on this week, but I would say I am explicitly grateful that I have had the opportunity to just enjoy fellowship with my pool pals because LA Fitness has been closed down the street and we actually do monthly celebrations and every month for the birthdays. And this month, this past month, the April birthday wasn't in town, but they said we're still going to celebrate anyway. And despite the pool not really being up and running, it's finally opened up and we were able to have class and we were able to go out and celebrate just springtime with each other. And I love fellowship and I love getting together and I love community. And that really was rejuvenating for me.
Awesome.
Cheers.
James Hawthorn, what are you grateful for? Top of the bunch.
First of all, huge congrats to Ricky. I love music with a message. It's so needed right now. So good on you for using your platform as an artist to try to spread some positivity and maybe give some helpful advice while entertaining. I think that's awesome. And Dr. Marissa, consistency, 678 weeks, unbelievable. You know I'm a baseball guy, so I'm going to bring it back to Cal Ripken, who broke Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak. Didn't miss a single baseball game playing between 1983 and 1998. No one thought it would ever be broken. It'll never be broken again. You're getting close to Cal Ripken territory, so very proud of you for that. That's awesome. I'm grateful for, because I just came from a training session, one of my clients. I'm grateful for my clients that actually follow the program, take my advice, and don't self-sabotage, because then it makes what I do feel so much more fulfilling and worthwhile. And, he's dropped almost 20% of his body fat in the last 10 months, while literally becoming twice as strong. He's lifting twice as much with better technique. And so it's just so cool to see him be thrilled about, his results. And it works so much better when everybody is working together towards a common goal. And it just is very affirming. So I'm really grateful to him for his consistent effort in what he's doing on this process and journey.
Fantastic. All right, going to the bottom of the bun. All three, well, probably least of all, Dr. Tiffany, but I know that my guys did not like the bottom of the bun very much when I first made them do this. Bottom of the bun is actually liking yourself, and it's understandable that we all may have grown up with don't toot your own horn, or you're not all that, or if you had non-loving, I'm one of the 7 out of 10 of us who did not have like big fans at home, instead a lot of criticism, then it's not easy to have good self-image. Dr. Tiffany and I did that show this week. So just feeling good about yourself. And one thing that I think all 4 of us have in common is we're all recovering perfectionists. So we like to do things well and perfectly. And when we don't do it perfectly, which is not possible, we tend to be hard on ourselves. So I'm so proud of all of y'all for taking this part of the exercise seriously and come a long way so that it's not so uncomfortable affirming who you are and the fabulousness of who you are, because there's not one throwback in the bunch, although after the roast I may say something contrary to that, but we are all one of a kind, wonderful, every one of the 8 billion of us. So to celebrate that is really good for us. It's good for our mental health. It's good for every part of us, body, mind, spirit, soul. So I will say that I appreciate my ability to see the best most of the time. See the best in the situation, see the best in the person, see the best in the opportunity,
Mm,
best in the shiitake. Like
mm.
I have a bliss hashtag blissipline. When shiitake happens, I say I can't wait to see what good comes out of this. With
Mm.
more or less sarcasm, depending on the situation. So I appreciate that about myself. All right, we'll go in reverse order. Ricky, what do you like about yourself?
There's a part of me that's very disciplined and doesn't take no excuses, nothing. We're going to get it done, and we're going to get it done now, and period. And I'm really, really good at motivating other people to have that same mindset. It happened yesterday where I said, hey, guess what? We're going to stop everything we're doing right now, and we're going to figure this out on this call. We're going to make this happen right now. I don't care if you're having dinner. I don't care what you got going on. So I guess it's my leadership skills. The way that I lead is very direct, and I like that.
Awesome. Awesome. And this is from, I just have to say this, of all the co-hosts, I think Ricky was the most reticent and the hardest on himself. And so for him to be able to say that without like pausing or, not feeling weird about it is I've had front row seats to watch this transformation.
Thank you.
So I'm so proud of you on that. All right, James, what do you like about yourself?
I like how much I have come to really love and cherish family time. My folks are getting older, and I know, Dr. Marissa, you've dealt with some recent loss in that regard, and I'm one day I'm going to face the same. And so it's really important to me, especially as an only child, to always kind of put family first. And I would say 90% of the trips I take always involve spending time with family, because that time is so precious. I recognize that one day when they're gone, I'm never going to get that back. And so being able to make memories with my dad and mom while they're still in good health, and while we can laugh together and create new memories and experiences, is important. And I'm really lucky I have a great friend who's going to take me to St. Thomas for my 40th birthday celebration in the middle of May. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen my family in Florida in so long. So my aunt, my uncle, my 3 cousins and their families, I'm going to get to meet a baby that I haven't met yet. The first
Oh,
Hawthorn girl, 10 Hawthorn boys in a row across
Wow.
3-4 generations. Finally, we
it's
have
about
the first
time.
Hawthorn girl.
Crazy.
So I'm gonna meet Sienna Florence Hawthorn before I go to St. Thomas. So I like that I have come to really value that, and that I make sure that I make time to see my family and make new memories together.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Dr. Tiffany Tate.
Well, I am thankful for a lot of things, but you said one. And I am very happy with the fact that I am goal oriented. If I say that I am going to do something, I actually focus on it and I get it done. And I say that because I was actually talking to a friend and I said, one day I'm going to be on the radio. And I speak it into existence and I get it done. And I said I was going to publish a book. And as you see behind me, I have many books published. So when I think about it, I manifest it, and I work towards that goal. And so I want to say this to any of our listeners. If it is something that you want to do, focus on it, meditate on it, and work towards that goal.
Awesome. And that is it for breakfast. Save Robbie, happy Friday back at you. And thank you for joining us. I would love it if you continued this good life habit, this hashtag blissipline. of starting your day with gratitudes and then ending your day with appreciations. I promise you, if you do that for 28 consecutive days, you will sandwich your day in the most positive way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. And now for the topic of the day.
Ding, ding, ding.
This is Everything is Awesome. And I've been doing this because I think Dr. Tiffany enjoys it. I forgot to bring my bell when I was broadcasting live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago for a couple of weeks. And so this is the other one.
Hey, you! Hey! Hey, you!
So that was also
Hey,
the
you!
indication.
Dr. Marissa, I can just imagine you flying with that thing in like your carry-on luggage, and all of a sudden you hit a lot of turbulence, and the whole plane just hears ding, 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 ding. It's rattling around.
Absolutely.
You having to tell people it's not an emergency, it's just my bell for the radio show.
Yes, exactly. All right. So I thought to celebrate 13 years on the air, on camera, besides having Lucille Ball's daughter on yesterday to start it off, May 1st, today is all my co-hosts are here. Next Monday, I have Chris Wark, who beat cancer with a vegan diet, no chemo. And Tuesday, I have Nellie from Little House on the Prairie, the naughty one.
Oh, I love her.
Right?
Yeah. Thursday, Layla Ali, undefeated boxing champion, daughter of Muhammad Ali, greatest of all time, who's been on the show. All these people have been on the show before. And for whatever reason, I was inspired just to say, do you want to come on and celebrate my 13 years? And they all said yes. So keep it tuned here because it's been quite the 13-year ride. And certainly I started with co-hosts, I think like 4 years ago when I held a competition looking for the co-host. I did it like The Voice. And then through various readers, I've had past co-hosts and they've been wonderful. But the ones that have been consistent with me in the last couple of years, you see on camera. So that is why they are here. And I asked them specific questions to answer. Yeah, where are my glasses? Something to roast me on. Okay. Here we go. Hot seat. I'm on the hot seat. And let's see. Could you come prepared with one thing that you've learned about me and one thing you've learned about yourself as a result of co-hosting with me and your favorite interview / conversation? So on the count of 3, who would you like to hear from first? Point.
Ladies
No, ladies first.
James, yeah, everybody's raising their hands. All right, James. I know this is not what I want, but go ahead.
I love that, you live your best life, and I admire you for that. And it's taught me to, the happiness 88% of the time, and finding the things that bring you that joy. And even when you don't think you have them, thinking about how you think about them. In other words, the framing, how you frame, the things that happen in your life and perceive that is so important. And, one way that I know that you're always living your best life is so many of your posts come from that beautiful hot tub of yours overlooking the sea. And I'm just happy that when you come on the air, you haven't actually turned into a total prune, because you seem to be in that thing all the time. So I really admire how you've managed to accomplish that and avoid that. So kudos.
The roasting has already begun.
Yeah. I had to get a little in there. But I love that hot tub by the sea. I'm a little jealous, actually. So yes.
All right. Thank you, James, I think. Let's go to Dr. Tiffany.
Well, You know me, I always have a lot to say. And I'm always going to start with some scientific data because that's what I do. So the
Oh,
scientific data shows that there's only about 25 to 26% of women who are female hosts. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yes. So you are a rare breed. That's the number one fact. So kudos to you. That's number one. And you are awesome because you are resilient coming from the trauma that you did in spite of dealing with your husband. So kudos to that. So I have to give you your props. And you are hashtag a dancing queen. So what makes you you and why do I think you are awesome? Um, you are a rock star because you are a female author, right? And you have your piled higher and deeper degree. And I think it's amazing that you are on 5 days a week because I always find it special as I'm trying to get it together just 1 day a week. So I put
right.
my on right as we're starting the show. And I'm trying to get the
That's
dog to
beautiful.
behave. He's throwing
Thank you,
bones
Dr.
everywhere.
Tiffany. Oh, I want to just do a quick
So
hop
good.
over. Ricky's Rebels are in the house. They're in the cashew
Yay.
gallery. Arkansas is in the house. Hi, Chastity James.
Hi.
And then Noda Yumi
Oh,
is
Yumi
here
from
too
Japan.
from Japan. And just welcome. If you've just tuned in, you're wondering what's going on in studio today. This is the first, and I love things that for the first time, this is the first time I am having a show with all of my co-hosts. We have Dr. Tiffany Tate from Doctors in the House on Wednesdays, and both of my fabulous co-hosts from Straight Talk with Ricky Rebel and James Hawthorn. And we're all here today because we wanted to look like the Brady Bunch in here, or Hollywood Squares, more appropriately named, I believe, for all four of us. And we're celebrating my 13-year anniversary. Yep,
Yeah.
I've been on for 678 consecutive weeks, and I've had the pleasure and the joy of having these wonderful co-hosts on for the last year or more, and wanted to bring them all on for a mini roast. And congratulations! So thank you, Chastity, and AJ, the fun guy, is here. Awesome.
Okay.
So Ricky's going next.
Nice. Okay. So what were the questions again, one by one? So
It is, what have you learned being my co-host?
okay, I'll start with that one.
Okay.
What have I learned being your co-host? That it's very that most of our brains are wired towards negativity. 75% of our thoughts are negative and on a loop. True or false?
True.
End
It's
of statement.
85%. 85% of the
85%
yeah, 85%
negative.
of the 60,000 thoughts that cross our mind through the day.
End of statement. So that's a very important thing I learned. Just by knowing that, I'm like, oh, that's very imbalanced. We got to balance this out. This shiitake out. Oh, and I learned how to say shiitake instead of the other word. I learned how to not cuss as much.
Oh, yeah. That's all. And that's actually, you violated the other
I
day,
violated
Dr.
it.
Tiffany, because
More
she
than
was
anyone?
the only,
Have I
no,
been the
no. You win first, and
I-
then
me?
and then James, and then Dr. Tiffany.
Hey, I don't do that. You haven't got
Tiffany has
any
never.
of
I don't
You
see
did
Tiffany has
one.
ever
You
said a
did
bad word in her
one.
life.
Ricky,
Well, yeah, hey, Dr. Tiffany, that's why you're third, bringing up the rear. But then again, Dr. Marissa always says she likes it on the bottom, so she probably likes you best.
Hey, I always smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. You know,
don't get it twisted. She's a Leo. Don't get it twisted.
oh man, she says that, and she's on Wednesday. So I can't get that, like, because it's not Friday. I can get a little. And for those of you who are wondering what this topic particular, because this is NBC News Radio, I have FCC rules that I have to follow. So there's this whole document called bad words, and you're not supposed to use them. And I tell my co-host that, and they're supposed to follow that. And when they don't follow it, they owe me a shopping trip. So Ricky's on like shopping trip number 3. James is on 2, although he did treat me to dinner. And because
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Dr. Marissa,
Yes.
I have to stop you.
What?
The best Second Avenue is in Santa Monica.
Oh, that's where you're taking me shopping for
That's
the
where we're going.
violation? Okay. That's good.
It's in Santa Monica because
Okay.
I filmed a music video for my song "Right Again" at Santa Monica, and I was driving, and there was a Second Avenue. That's our favorite store that we like to shop at.
Yes,
But
yes.
I took her to Pasadena, and we were there, and it was locked. We could not believe it. It was out of control.
It was.
So we were just like, oh, crying. No, the best one is Santa Monica. It's huge, and it has such a wide selection of clothes, like, you know, real brands, Moschino, you're basically stealing it.
Yeah,
It's so
okay.
cheap.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so the
Besides
next
shopping.
So what is the next thing? The next
It was, what have you learned about me as a co-host, being a co-host with me, and then what have you learned about yourself?
Okay.
So I think everybody answered the first part. We haven't started the second part, so I need to do a quick station ID for news, weather, and traffic, because I get dinged on this all the time because there's just so much to talk about. But for those,
good, it's not just us getting dinged. Thank God for that.
Don't even go there. If you've just tuned in, yes, you are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, #1 talk in the IE. Thank you very much. The station that leaves no listener behind, and streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and give me the finger, this one, not the other one, you will get an alert every weekday morning where I am hosting a show about hope and happiness. And today is a special day because we are celebrating my 13th year anniversary with my 3 favorite co-hosts here. And we're asking you.
Hey, you!
Hey, you!
Hey! Hey, you!
To tune in and be part of this special show, and you are complying. We have a lot of revelers in the house, and Ricky's also using this show to launch, which he has done before. Dr. Tiffany launches her new books here, and Ricky Rebel has launched his music video. And now his newest single, Right Again. And we're so excited about that, and really, really, really appreciate having the Rebels here in studio to celebrate with us today with that as well. So let's come back with the second part of the question, which is, what have you learned about yourself? And since you are roasting, I'm going to do a little bit of appreciation and roasting as well. You don't know that, but you took
my pearls. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got your fill on my birthday, Dr. Marissa. I'm off the hook. She had every one of my guests roast me, so I got roasted by 35 people. I am off the hot seat today. Well,
wow.
It's your show.
I have to tell you, one of the best things about having co-hosts is not just becoming friends, but actually being involved in their lives. And they have no idea what they're getting in for, because Dr. Tiffany's like, I went to her 50th birthday party and expected maybe 20 or 30 people. There was like 100 people, and these are all her relatives. And then they tell me they are not all of them there. So that was like pretty amazing and fun. And we get to go see Annie next week at the Pantages as part of the celebration. And I just have loved meeting. I had Christmas. I went, her family, her brother and her mom that raised her, Mom T, loves me. I love her. They come on the chat. So the benefit of having co-hosts that I didn't realize is I was going to have an extra family with Dr. Tiffany moving down to to James Hawthorn. I just gave you an honorary.
Dr. James, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
Promote it.
You know, co-host, I think we can all agree that when we invite Dr. Marissa into our lives, it's not a 2-for-1. It's like a 10-for-1. You know what I mean?
well, here's the funny thing. I got to go to his 40th birthday dinner, beautiful setting, beautiful restaurant. And I turned to his mom and said, you know, you have a program or anything and she's like, oh, you know, I was just going to do a couple words. And I'm like, I got this. So I became the unplanned for host and MC, introduced
Roastmaster.
my mom, and made it into a roast and went around and asked all of his guests to give their best memory or experience with James. And boy,
Funny
they
story.
did not hold back.
Wow.
I was like, my eyes were wider, but poor James.
Happy birthday, right?
Let's just say that my personal training clients who were in attendance that night, my favorite clients, they learned a lot about me that I usually keep out of the gym because I like to make it all about them. They were like, oh, wow, I did not know that about you. As my other friends talked about some wild adventures in wild places around the globe.
Jacuzzis and oh yeah, you can just get a load of that. And I felt bad because well, this is the ironic thing is I have my special series called Straight Talk with myself and my co-host, and neither one of my co-hosts are straight. So that I think is pretty funny, right? How that turned out, because my only qualification for Straight Talk series was you had to be cute and single and straight. And so I'm that didn't work out that way. But they're just too cute and too great to fire. So that's why they are my Straight Talk co-hosts. So I thought because he came out on Straight Talk, James did,
Oh, wow.
as
well, not like out like, but like on the show,
no.
I didn't lead with like I'm out in real life, but on the show I didn't want to lead with it. I wanted it to come out organically as part of just as like this idea that I think that is something that is a big part of who I am, but it's not like how I go out into the world, you know, it's a part. And so it came out maybe, I guess, 3 shows in or so.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like you get straight to the point.
Right?
Yes. So the stories that came out were about James being gay.
You would never know with James.
Yeah. So
I
know
he
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't look it. So
it makes dating difficult sometimes. I always have to do all the heavy lifting because everyone assumes I'm straight. So I really got to be forward. You know, grab them by the hand and say, yes, I'm really gay and I'm into you.
Or you have to tell the girl, yes, I'm really gay. I'm not into you.
Yes, that's the flip side of the coin. That's right.
Yeah, he flipped me the third show.
That's the interesting thing. You shouldn't have to look a certain way. You shouldn't have to look gay or anything like that. People should just take you at your word. And that comes with stereotypes, period.
Yeah, and I don't want to be performative or put on a show. I just want to be, you know, authentic. But, you know, with that, you know, dating's interesting. I've had to show, I haven't had to, but I've decided, look, here's my dating app. Take a scroll, you'll see. Because they don't believe me. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, you are who you are, and it is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Yeah. The guy I'm with is very straight acting, right, Dr. Marissa? We had him on.
Yes, Dr. Patrick looks straight. So
and acts straight.
Yes,
Very stoic.
absolutely. And he's been a guest, and he's a fabulous guest. He's a clinical psychologist, so that's great. But okay, Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky also, I've met his mom. I love his mom. And the thing that we get to do is dance on the red carpet. So we
Yeah.
go to similar events. I get invited because of Ricky. And so, Ricky, guess who just signed with Juan?
Oh,
My
congrats.
very first publicist. I've never had a publicist before. So he's getting the beep of approval. So
Yeah.
anytime there's a beeping or a siren, that's a positive thing on my show if you hear it in the background. But yes, Ricky and I have shared many red carpets together, and that is how, because he lives like in Timbuktu, so it's very difficult for us
You live in
to get
Timbuktu.
together. No, there's three things in life I don't understand: vandalism, terrorism, and why people live in the valley. And
Hey,
two of
fellow
my
Valley
co-hosts,
dweller. I love you, Ricky. You're my new favorite person. Let's make her come up to our side of the town a lot more. Let's
Yeah,
let's
come
just make it
on.
difficult.
I think she's out of the way.
but we definitely, I love all of my co-hosts, and I love Ricky's family. I love him and how he has really embraced, and he's also a really good example for all of us. I say that if you had told me I was going to have a co-host who had completely opposite political ideology, I would have told you no way. If you had told me I was going to have a co-host who was very religious and I'm not, that's Dr. Tiffany, I would have said no way. But I love the fact that my show, that is 13 years young, has demonstrated that love transcends politics, religion, and any other differences. Because I can say to you right now, I love all three of you so much. And I am blessed. I'm going to get emotional.
Mhm.
Ah, I am so blessed. I'm blessed by this show. And I love having you all three of you as co-hosts. It really has enhanced and enriched my life in the show. So I'm going to thank you guys
Thank you.
for doing that for me. Hold on, and being a beneficial presence in my planet. And I never,
Dr. Marissa, I have joked many times on our show, being that we're both single and we've shared our trials and tribulations in the dating world, that our show together when I'm on it's the blind leading the blind. But I'm going to frame that more positively. And I'm going to say that we're all learning together. Just as you talked about how you never thought the three of us would be hosting radio shows with you, I think we're all learning about each other, the world, and how to be better and happier together. And I think that's a beautiful thing, to piggyback on what you just said.
thank you. And I even have fabulous cashew gallery appreciations. Leo D, what I learned from Dr. Marissa's show, not to hit the send button. And I think my co-hosts all know what that means. I have a Happy 88 tool from the toolkit, which is thank you for that reminder, Dr. Tiffany, for station ID. But I just want to say thank you, Leo, for recognizing what that particular tip is when you are uncomfortable. If someone insults you, if someone says something mean to you, or a situation occurs and you are hot under the collar and tempted to do a knee-jerk reaction, which almost always will leave you looking like a jerk. That's mine. Instead, hit save draft. Be pissed, write it out. You got to get it out of your system, but hit save draft and don't hit send. So thank you for that. And it is time to take a quick break for news, weather, and traffic here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show celebrating 13 years on KCAA. AM 1050, FM 106.5, home to the Asian Oprah, #1 talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, you will get an alert every weekday morning. Thank you for that reminder, Dr. Tiffany. And I'm actually going to insert the let them do that later so we can continue this fun, because Lord knows time goes fast with one of you co-hosts. With all three of you, we're already at the 3/4 mark. Ricky,
What?
I think you've had the least time to talk.
I'm that's usually the way it is. I like to listen, gather information, and then use it against everyone. Just kidding.
I want you in my next roast.
Well,
No, I like to listen. I'll be at parties and I'm just like,
yeah.
when it's my turn, I'll talk or say something. I'm not the kind of person that's like has to be like whatever, talking all the time.
Yeah, I would say you are the least extroverted of the four of us.
Isn't that crazy?
Extroverted.
Because
Yeah.
people might think that, upon looking at me or when we're out and about, we're dressed like vampires and everything. People might think that I'm very extroverted, which I can be, when I perform. I turn it on. I turn on like a on and off switch.
You're what I called a learned extrovert. Yeah.
I learned how to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think as a kid, I was a very shy boy.
Yeah.
I had to force myself to talk. So what was the question? We were supposed to talk about.
What did you learn about yourself?
What did I learn about myself through this? Through our shows?
Mm-hmm.
I learned that it's not good to listen to politics 24/7.
Wait, that deserves a.
I had it on repeat, baby. And always the most like craziest ideas of what's happening, like on a loop, just circulating. I'd fall asleep to it because it's fun. It's entertaining. I used to think it was fun. Now I know through working with Dr. Marissa, that's not such a good idea. Maybe I should focus on things that make me happy rather than mad or scared or just I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to go there. But basically, I've actually learned that, like for instance, I was before this show, I was listening to something like a political type of thing happening before the show, and then it came up on YouTube, something else like Madonna's behind the scenes of her show. I'm like, what am I going to watch? What are you going to do? What's more important to your life? All this stupid thing that I cannot control that's happening in the world that I have no control over, by the way. It doesn't matter what I think or what I do. Or like watching Madonna do her thing, which I love, performing, singing, dancing, the creation of her show. Why don't I spend my time, watching that today? So that's what I did.
I think that's so valuable. I'm learning from you right now because, with this being a dating show, we talk about the need to, you have to love with an open heart, but you also got to protect your heart sometimes from, people and patterns that aren't healthy. Similarly, I think we have to protect what sort of information and input we allow into the machine,
Yeah.
Yes.
You need something happy.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need happy things, and that's okay to be that way or to allow yourself to, because you think of yourself, oh, I'm a weaker person because I can't handle the truth, or I'm avoiding the truth. I used to tell her, I'm like, oh, you mean like put an ostrich, put your head in the sand? And she was like, yeah, I like a head. You told me.
You have to protect your peace.
You're like a head in the sand ostrich. I think there's a balance, of course. Like it's good to know what's happening in the world, but not to obsess over things. Just to be like, okay, I get it. And also to realize like what we're in control of. And we're in control of so little. Yeah. So it's like really focusing.
That's the key.
I think that's it.
Can I control this thing that I don't like? And if the
Mhm.
answer is no, then why do I continue to look at it?
Let's not.
I
Let's
have
focus on something we love that makes us happy.
that
Period.
we can control or that just makes us happy. Is this the best feeling thought I can have? I
And
ask
it can
them.
only help your art and your work. I mean, I have to imagine that you're gonna write better, you're gonna speak better, Dr. Marissa. You're gonna make better music that touches people when when we exercise that level of self mastery. If I let too much of toxic stuff in from the world, I don't have that energy, that fuel to give to my clients. I don't have the emotional availability to give to acting work because I'm drained and I can't do the stuff that I want to do well if I let too much of the bad in, you know?
It's one thing to be aware of something, it's another thing to perseverate on it. Because if you're constantly meditating on the negative, you can't be positive.
Mhm.
And it's not good for your health. It's so clear now, all the studies. It used to be when I first started in this field, I thought it was, and it was a hypothesis. Positivity, being, pronoia instead of paranoia. So it's that good things will happen instead of looking for the bad things to happen. That was just, made sense, common sense that it would be a good thing, but there was no hard proof that it actually was linked to illness, to chronic illness, to inflammation, to heart disease, to extended stress, which gives you problems with your health. Now every respected scripts, Harvard Medical, all of those have definitive evidence. So if you know that, why do we continue to choose to listen and watch programming that some producer wants you to look at so you can go, oh my God. Oh, almost did that. Oh my goodness, it's what's wrong with people, and the world is going to HEL, double hockey stick, in a basket. That that's what, if it bleeds, it leads. And that is, if you don't choose to use the most powerful tool you have in life, choice, then you're gonna feel like shiitake all day. So I'm so, so happy that that is something that you all have learned. I mean, Ricky in particular. Uh, but I'm so
You have to
proud
Google
of
me.
you.
You just have to Google me. You have to
Yeah.
Google me. I
So I
wouldn't put
love
that
it.
comment up, by the way. I love
Oh,
Leo.
okay. Okay.
I don't want you
Okay.
to get in trouble.
Okay. And then
But
yeah,
Leo's right.
chastity knows it's a choice. If you can want it, but then the action is,
Love you, Leo.
what are you looking at? What are you thinking about? Like, even if you don't watch the news, which is old, by the way, it's already happened. Your news, your new is right now. And right now, I'm having a blast with my
Me
three
too.
fabulous co-hosts on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Give those with Dr. Marissa. 13 years. We're up
Wow.
to only knowing that there are four of us to the final word because we're at 53. Usually I do this at 56. We're at 53, and I want to give everybody a chance to give a final word.
Are
So
we going to roast you?
you have been.
I haven't done my roast yet.
Okay, go.
Okay. Dr. Marissa is so happy that she makes Disney princesses look clinically depressed.
Hold
Dr.
on.
Marissa is so happy that she could stub her toe and thank the universe for the reminder that she's alive. Dr. Marissa is so happy that she smiles in her sleep. I checked. It's terrifying. Dr. Marissa calls crying hydration from the soul.
You got me now.
Dr. Marissa is so happy She'd probably write a gratitude list during a hostage situation.
That one's going.
That's good. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Really?
Those were great. Thank you, Ricky.
You're welcome.
Uh,
Love you.
Love you too. All right. I'm afraid to ask. Who's next?
I only have one roast, and it says
Okay.
Dr. Marissa has so much energy, she makes the Energizer Bunny look slow.
Love it. Thank you. I definitely take that as a compliment. Someone told me that I wasn't just that actually it was an executive from Nestle that I'm not a tornado. I'm like a hurricane in the middle of a tornado.
Mm.
And I'm like, I wreak havoc? No, he goes, no, just the energy level.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you have a lot of energy. Yes.
It's like the cartoon, the Tasmanian Devil, and spins around and just
Yeah.
they're gonna rename it after you, the Mauritian Devil, because
Yeah.
so much force.
I know, that's why I'm still single. I actually yeah, like they come at me and I like and they get spit out.
You're like, next.
Unmatched.
Next.
All right, I got one for you. Dr. Marissa is my superwoman because I have seen her come on the air with like 2 minutes to spare, and she comes back with impeccable, perfect makeup, looking gorgeous, faster than Clark Kent can go into a phone booth and come out as Superman. So because of that, she is my superwoman. I've never seen somebody faster and better with makeup than her. I'm like, that's unbelievable. I go, I fill up my water, I come back, and all of a sudden I'm like, who are you? You're not the person that was just on screen a minute ago pre-show. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Those are the studio secrets. 8 years of modeling. That is how that happened. Yeah,
Wow.
quick changes and quick makeup.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was really lovely. And thank you for
So much
my
fun.
roast. That was very, very fun. I obviously we're gonna have to do this again. I love you all. Thank you so much to the Cashew Gallery. You've been amazing today. I totally feel celebrated with my 13th year. Thank you to all of my co-hosts, Dr. Tiffany from Doctors in the House every Wednesday, and then Straight Talk with James Hawthorn, second and fourth Friday, and then Ricky Rebel, first and third, who is also celebrating his new single out. It is called
Right Again. Available now on Spotify and iTunes and everywhere digital music is able to be heard.
Dr. Tiffany Tate's books can be found all bookstores as well as her website, Dr. Tiffany Tate. And James Hawthorn is Action Man Fitness if you want any kind of training, and he'll offer a Dr. Marissa Asian Oprah giveaway deal for that. And he's also an actor. So thanks for joining us. It's all about balance, folks. You know the drill. Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. And all together, we're going to leave with the following PSA. Now go
And
and
have
have
the best
Best
weekend
and
ever.
Oh.